are recording, yes.
Hi, we're with Frank Umbach, the Associate Director of the European Centre for Energy and Resources Security. Frank, what's the future for shale gas in Europe?
Well, on one hand, we won't be able to replicate a revolution within few years like in the United States, because the conditions in the United States are to some extent unique. And we can't do that in the same way in Europe nor in Asia like in China. But on the other hand, if we are taking a more sober view and looking ahead in the midterm perspective, shale gas will definitely play a role in Europe. Some countries are ahead, such as Poland, United Kingdom, the Baltic states very much interested, Romania and Ukraine. And if we see some of the lighthouse projects going in a positive way, that will definitely have impacts on the discussion within Brussels, in the Commission, as well as in the other member states. So the argumentation of many German politicians is, we look to other countries, and if that goes well, we have to think through again our decision and how we go forward.
And what do you hope to achieve from being at Coltrans today?
Well, I think it's a fascinating, unique opportunity to exchange the views across the industry between various people coming from the industry, but as well as like myself, rather from an academia consulting side. And to exchange also the views and experiences around the world. We have very different developments in the energy fields in various countries and regions. Coal is a very fascinating issue, because on one hand you may know that many people in Europe like rather skeptical. We want to phase out, we want to switch to gas from coal to gas. For environmental reasons. But in other countries and regions we see the opposite trends. We have seen that during the last decade coal has increased as much as all the rest of the energy sources together, quite contrary to our global climate policies. And most recently in Europe, over the last year, coal exports from the US, as the result of the US shale revolution, has increased by 23%. In Britain, 24%, I think, over the last years on the consumption side. France 20%, even Germany on a much higher base, 4%. So this is contrary to the official policies. Yeah, nobody expected that and had overlooked those kind of impacts. And therefore it's, I think, very useful to have this kind of conference to exchange our views and shares, and also to think upon how the economic realities develop in a different kind of direction, how we have also to remodel our assumptions and scenarios.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2.